Okay, so we're going to do Clear's internal push hands for the fighting benefits, or the self-defense method, if you will, that kind of thing. In other words, using it for physically, how do you fight with it? And how do you use the internal push hands to, how does that translate to fighting with it? Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about, striking power and one-touch knockouts. Amongst other things, and we'll get into some of the key other things that are needed, you're going to need structure and relaxation. And when we say that, it's relaxed but not collapsed. If you're, and I'll just show this with kind of light strikes here, but we'll make the point. All right, if I'm all flimsy trying to hit them, those aren't even going in, right, this way, because they're relaxed, but there's no structure. So without a structure, it's kind of like putting a straw in there and pushing it in. You can do it at a place where it's got structure and it'll hurt, but most of the time the straw is going to fold up. So no problem to the recipient. You could do it where it was really structured, but ultra stiff, and they don't like it, but no problem. If I'm soft and I'm structured, different quality, a number of times more, and I'll do it to his shoulder here to give you an idea. This is the collapsing version, and I've doubled or tripled what I was doing before. I'm not suggesting you practice this one as much, obviously, partner. There's a stiffer one, but structure behind it, and now the relaxed and the body, and I'll step forward so I've got whole body weight integrity with me. Right, like that. And you see I'm just touching them. This idea. Okay, and so off of the arm one, and doing that, hold your arm stiff again. Here's flimsy nothing. Here's, hold it a little up, yep. Tense, on my part, I'm pushing. And here's relaxed with structure. No, don't let me move your arm. Right, and it's just cutting right through it. And so then for the one-touch knockout off of these, you felt what I did here and what I did here. Picture if that was here, or here, or there, or there. I just touched it enough so that he'd know where I was talking about. Or the liver. What would those shots be? Would they be debilitating shots? Yeah, and then you can carefully, with a partner that trusts you and you trust them and everybody's on the same page, you can see that for yourself, but please be extra careful. And so it really is that when you do the structured thing with the relaxation properly in there, then that kind of juice can be transferred. But how do you normally train it? Now we have videos on that and you can get those, and those are mostly for training by yourself. But primarily, unless I'm working out by myself, and I prefer working with a partner, I want to work it with a partner. Of course, I did a little bit of hitting and stuff on him. Well, he's not going to stand there and just do that all day, and I don't want to be done like that all day back and forth either. So how do we practice it? We practice it with the push hands. Here's how. If, our internal push hands, if, take your good positioning and stuff, and making sure they can see you at home. If from here he pushes, I push him and I'm flaccid, you know, I'm all collapsed, go ahead and push me some, and I'm all collapsed, well, I got nothing going into him and I'm just going to get moved anyways. If I'm rigid, he can, and you cut off my rigidity there, so like work against that rigidity and also come, and I'm not going to be able to stop him or move him, and I'm not even going to be able to get inside of him, and he's just going to move me off too. So what's the quality? Well, I've got to be relaxed, and that way, and feeling inside. Go ahead. And when I do it that way, and so it really is now a touch, right? And I'm doing it from different angles and positions. It's all good. I recommend in the beginning, of course, our normal, where you're pretty in there, like he's got two strong, good places on me, I've got two strong, reasonably strong, good ones on him. And watch when and I'll do this at a higher level now. So if I'm touching him and I'm here, you're strong. If I'm here, you saw that was a lot less than what I was hitting him with before. But it had a lot more, and he went up movement to it. If I tap that a little bit, you good? And so that becomes that guy, or the other places we were talking about. Okay, so see it with your push hands though, and the way you can tell is that, you know, if they're pushing against you and they're kind of being a little bit like that, and yet they feel you as being really strong and it's no effort to move them, that's the quality. All right. Okay, Peter, if you would, go ahead and come over here once. And again, I want to make sure you guys at home can see well. I'm going to have you I'm having to bring a specific punch because I'm not working on how I move against punches right now. I'm trying to teach you how to impart the right kind of energy to a punch. So I'm going to do it really, really specifically. And then after that, ideally, you'd do this very freestyle, right, if you were going to work on this aspect. What I want you to do is take a step back for me. Bring one more, like a big step. Bring that punch. And slowly. Bring it kind of slow but very strong. Slow but very strong. And I'm going to let, don't get the mic, put it there for a second. I want to feel the first one. No. Stronger. That slow, definitely stronger and more through. Okay. Same thing again. Same thing again. Don't change from that. The only way you change is if I flat out make you change. Otherwise, do that. So here's flimsy, nothing behind it. That didn't work so hot. Stiff, but some structure. Moved him a little bit, and then he was able to follow through. Now, structure and relaxation. No problem. Come with the other side. No problem, right? Just this kind of a thing. And so you can see the difference in those three for yourself. And actually, I want to add more, but we'll stop there. You should probably actually visit that. Okay, here's one more way you could look at this. Grab both my arms from in front. So if I'm flimsy, I got nothing, right? If I'm tense, he can really tie into that. Even the average person can feel that surface tension and go, and they've got it. If I stay in that proper quality there of relaxed and structured, my structure will move him off, my relaxation will make him go. I don't have to work at that very hard. And even if they have me in a funky angle, then you just use your movements, whatever ones you like, and then they're still going to have the same. So even if they're letting go, right, and then it opens them up. Notice he's not hurt. I didn't really go crazy on him or anything, just easy. Same thing. Okay, thanks.